let's talk about how to take care of your Ficus Elastica Burgundy today. I would like to show off some of my Ficus Elastica Burgundy. I have propagated a lot of them, and these are some of, just to show you that how they are doing. So proud plant mummy. Okay, so okay, very simple. Do not overwater it. That is the biggest and worst mistake you can do with your Ficus Elastica Burgundy. But it is very easy to propagate it. Today we are not talking about propagation, so I'm just going to talk about how to take care of them. So I'm going to water this Ficus Elastica. So I selected this one because the soil is pretty dry. Okay, so let me give you a close look of how the soil looked like when I decided to water it again. So you can see that it's pretty dry. Okay, so you see that I'm touching it's just completely dry, right? So it's not wet at all. Even if I'm trying to poke my finger, I cannot. It is so hard. So this is the time. I will be watering it now. You can see the plant is doing really healthy and well. It has no issues. Like this one as well, like leaves are still stiff, so I don't see that if there is I don't see that it has any need of additional water right now. But on the bottom plants, still, yeah, they're firm too. There is some softness on the leaves on the back, and that's fine because they're going to become stiff again right when I give it water. Okay, so how I'm watering and what I'm preparing to water this Ficus Elastica Burgundy. So in the same pot, this is the outer pot, decorative pot, and this is the nursery pot, right? So I'm just taking this much water. You can see that it is hardly 2 inches high from the bottom, and I have added a little bit of Miracle Grow all-purpose plant fertilizer. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, just make sure when you soak your plant in water to let it drink as much as required for the plant. Do not fill your bucket too much or to the height of your soil. Just keep it. Let's say my soil is this much in the plant. I'm going to keep the water level this high. The reason is that when it start taking water, the upper level of the soil should absorb as much as required to the plant and not get soaking wet, because if I let it drink too much water, the bottom leaves are going to go yellow and they will just fall off in a week or two, and that we don't want to happen. For that reason, I will just keep the water level, even if I can leave it for a longer period of the time in the water, and that's fine, like half an hour or so on. So let's take the pot, and in the same where I have added only around 2 inches, you can see that it's floating because it's completely dry. So now soil will start absorbing water and it will start settling down in the container. Let it stay in this bucket with water for around half an hour or so. And if I see that still the topsoil is too dry, maybe I'll just leave it for a longer period of time, because if the soil, when it is too dry, it cannot absorb water very quickly. It becomes water repellent. And for that reason, we need to leave it in the water for a longer period of the time to let it soak the water as much as possible, as much as required. Okay, so meanwhile, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wet a kitchen towel, or you can take microfiber cloth. The only problem I have with the microfiber cloth that it usually take away the first layer, a very thin layer of the leaf. So if your plant leaves are too dirty, there is no harm in wiping it with the microfiber cloth because it will come back this layer that, you know, it will remove with the spots or any kind of scars that might get removed with the microfiber cloth, and it will grow a very thin layer again. That's not a problem. So once you clean with that, you will be able to see like, oh, that's a little faded, but the shine will come back in a week or so. But with the kitchen towel, I do not have this issue. Right now, I have sprayed the kitchen towel with the water only, but what you can do, like you can add a little bit of milk in the water that will, and then spray your kitchen towel with that milk added water. That will give your leaves instant shine and healthy look. Now, what I'm going to do, meanwhile, I will just go on hyperlapse and just clean the leaves, dust the leaves quickly. That will help the leaf absorb more sunlight and prepare all the nutrition it requires to prepare for the plant. And that's a secret of my plant's health. So let's clean the leaves. Okay, so it has been around 25 minutes since we left the plant in the water to let it drink as much as required. So we can see that how much water it has. Oh my God, now it's heavy. Okay, so as I told you, it's a sign that the plant it's a watering time when the pot is really lightweight. Oh my God, I cannot lift it conveniently. Okay, let me see how I can take it out. Okay. Oh, lesson learned. If you don't want to get into this struggle, please get a bigger pot and do not use your decorative pot to water your plant anyways. Okay, it's pretty heavy now, so I think it is enough time and I do not need to let it soak it further in the water. However, if you want to see the soil, it is not soaking wet. See, it looks darker. If I poke my finger, I will be able to feel the wetness, the wet soil, half an inch, deeper, but not like on the surface. Still, some of the water is left. That's fine. We can use it to water some other plant. Okay, that's it for today.